Hello and good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. So glad you could join me. Rose Ward from New York, stampersdelight.com, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So it's Friday. I love my Fridays. So thank you so much again for tuning in. And today I'm going to show you a fancy fold. So maybe we're back to Fancy Fold Fridays. If you tuned in on Monday night on YouTube Live, thank you so much. And if you didn't, don't forget, on Monday nights at 7 p.m., I am on YouTube Live. Good morning, Vicki. And Vicki, I know you have one of these, my magic mug. Okay, coffee's hot, so you can see my logo. They are still available. I will put the link to my Cali Kids website, and you just type in Stampers Delight, and you can see my logo merchandise. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Linda. Okay, a couple things before we get started. Just a reminder that right now, with a $250 order or workshop, which means basically, you collecting orders from your friends, you get an extra $25 in free product. Great time to host a workshop or to put that great big order in that you've been wanting. Another great thing is if you join my team and the Stampin' Up! Team, right now you can get a free bundle of your choice with the starter kit, which is only $99, plus shipping but no tax. And with that, you also get me and an exclusive Facebook page for my team members. You get all my exclusive videos on there. And we have live and in-person meetings and also online meetings. So I just want to remind everybody about that. I'm just going to step away for a minute because I got a little catch in my throat. Thank you. And I did not want to keep coughing on TV. So let's see. What else do I have to tell you? Haircut, finally. Shout out to Marcy at Rapunzel's in Hyde Park, New York. Thank you. Couldn't wait to get that done. I know I've been trimming it myself, and she did wonders with it. So if you're in my area, go see the girls at Rapunzel's. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Stacy. Okay, so one thing I want to show you real quick, talking about the logo merchandise, is on my page, on the link for the logo merchandise, there's the pink t-shirt or the Dusty Rose t-shirt that I usually wear, and the mug. And now there are 2 tote bags, okay, that you can purchase. This is one of them. I know you can't really see it that well. The pink one with all the logos on it. There's a reason I'm showing you this. Then there's the natural color one with the black handle, okay, with the logo big. Okay, so that's the reason I wanted to show you that, was I am earning the next incentive trip through Stampin' Up! Thanks to all of you, my followers, my customers, my friends. So thank you for that. So what I've decided to do is give away one of those great tote bags. Okay. And inside, there's a bunch of goodies. They're not done filling it up yet, but right now there's 3 stamp sets and some cardstock and some embellishments. So the way this is going to work is starting today, well, starting last night, okay, because it's not fair if I do it today. Okay, starting last night, any order that you put in will go in a drawing for this free bag with the goodies up until I earn that trip. Okay, so place your orders. Every time you place an order with me, your name goes in the drawing for that goodie bag. The more times you order, the more times you're entered. Okay, definitely share my videos. I do appreciate that also. And let's grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Let me move this out of the way. And let's get started. So again, this is my host code for this month. You want to use that if your order is less than $150. If it's more than $150, don't use that host code because you want to earn the rewards. Okay? All right. So, what I decided to showcase today As soon as I saw this stamp set, I immediately thought of my dad, who has passed away, and my brother. And his birthday's coming up, so. It's called Game On. It's a great distinctive set. Distinctive means that it's got very distinctive lines in it, and it stamps really well. You'll see that in a minute. I am going to be using this set. The only other thing I'm going to be using is the Happy Birthday from the Zany Zebras, because I am going to be making a birthday card. And I just have to grab my adhesives, which I left on the other table. So let's do that. Now, I've also been playing with the, I've had a great success with the new Stampin' Seal. If you saw my video, my YouTube video, it showed you how to use that. And I also have the Seal Plus now. We're going to try that later. Okay, so let me show you what I've worked on. Yes, Joyce, you're already in the drawing because you did place an order already. Yes, I'm sorry, Maureen. Let me clarify. The bag is only in the U.S. Unfortunately, I can't mail that out of the States, okay? Here's a simple stamped card with that stamp set. Just a piece of very vanilla red and black ink. So for the beginner stamper, that's perfect. But what I'm going to be showing you today is the Dutch door. So here's the first one I tried. Now, this is the first time I've done the Dutch door. Okay? So, of course, I like red and black when it comes to cards. And then you open it this way. Now, many of you have already seen this fancy fold, but this is the first time I've really played around with that. So that's the first card I did. Then I stepped it up a notch. And I did a 3D Dutch door, which is what I'm going to be showing you today. Here it is with the chess set. And the Tasteful Textures, that's not the right name, that's the old name of the old stamp set. But I'll put everything in the descriptions, I'll put the dimensions and the names, okay? Let me bring it up to you so you can see this. And then the reason I say 3D is because, let me turn it. You see, it's 3D. And you get a little bit of a shadow back there, which really makes it three-dimensional. And of course, this one I use the embossing folder, textured embossing folder, just to add a little more texture. And then it's your day, roll with it. I thought I'd do a masculine card today with Father's Day on Sunday. And I've already done all the Father's Day cards, and I've also done those on live. So I went with a masculine birthday, but happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there, godfathers, uncles, just like dads, stepdads, and even moms that are just like dads. Okay, so that was that one. Then the next one I did was, again, with the chess set and the World of Good embellishments. I thought this looked great, especially with the chest. It almost looks antique, right? And this is 3D also. And of course, the new cinnamon cider paper. It's your day, roll with it. What do you think? I like this one. So I am going to show you start to finish how to do this one. I am going to be saying a lot of dimensions out there, but I will be putting them in the description. So don't worry about it if you don't get it, okay? Because it will be in the descriptions. And that's it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing, and notice I got a regular size sheet of paper here. And I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. We are going to need that. You're going to need to pull out, the paper trimmer's great anyway. You need to pull this piece out because you do need a longer piece than the 8.5. So this is 8.5 by 11. The first thing you're going to do, and if you do this first, you'll have that one section that you're going to need. You're going to bring that up to 9 inches. And you're going to cut that piece off. This piece is actually used for this flap. So just set that aside. All right, now you're going to take this piece that you have. You know what? Let me bring the camera down a little bit so you can see better. Okay, here's the piece that you have. And I'm not real good. I'm terrible with math. So let me tell you where you cut it. It's actually supposed to be, I think, 3 7/8. I don't know. I have to look it up. I will put it in the description. So here's the easiest thing I can tell you. You go to 4 1/4, right? There's 4 1/4. Okay, there's the 4. There's the quarter. Go to 4 1/4 and move it down to the next small line. That's the way I roll. No pun intended with the stamp set. And cut that. You don't need this piece. Then you're going to take the card stock and flip it over this way. And you're going to score it with the light blade at 5 1/2. So if anybody's a mathematician out there, they can tell you what that little line is. Okay, so there's the score line. We're going to fold that. Wait till you see how easy this card is. I couldn't believe it. Sometimes I don't attempt cards because I'm like, it looks too hard. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Sue. Hi, Vicky. Okay, so that's the card base we're going to use. Now, remember this strip? I said we were going to use that. What you're going to do with this, because this ends up being 2 inches by 8 1/2. Looks like I need to change my cutting blade also. And we're going to cut that at, score that at 2 1/8. 2 1/8? Okay, here's 2 1/4. And you're just going to back that up a little bit. Not the short line, but the long line. So there's 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Then you got the short line, the long line. That's how I remember it. I'm sorry. Like I said, this is the way I do things. Just going to do that. Score it there, flip it around, and do the same thing. You can actually change the measurements, make a larger card, a smaller card. Okay. And that's it. That's all we need right there. So then I'm going to fold that in, burnish that really well. And you're going to see that this fits right inside there, just like that. Okay, and there's your door. So, things are opening up here, Vicky. Yes, we're, like I said, we're able to get our hair cut. They can't blow it out. One person at a time, 6 chairs apart. So there's a lot of protocols. So one thing I do want to say is be safe out there. Things are opening up. Let's be safe. You got to wear your face masks. I know they're a pain, but let's stay safe out there as things start opening up. I was able to go out to dinner with my cousin and my mom, but it was outdoor dining. Again, they take your temperature before you go in. You wear a face mask, of course, not to eat. That'd be a little hard. But please, everyone, stay safe while things are opening up, okay? Okay, so there's the base. All right, so I'm going to just bring it out a little bit more. Oop, bring it down a little bit more, Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal. Now, this is the Stampin' Seal Plus. I don't want that. Okay, remember, once you get it started, you want to just... I do the twist. You don't have to. I find it works better. And I just got a little bit right here, which I don't want. So let's get that off. There we go. This is so sticky, which is great. You're going to take your base and you're going to butt that up right here to the bottom. Okay. And then that's how it closes. All right. Now, that's all there is to the base card. All right. I'm going to bring in some pieces. I will tell you the sizes, but then I will put them in the description. Okay, so to layer it up, this designer series piece is 4 by 3 1/4. That's going to go right here. So you see I have a little bit of the cinnamon showing through. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You notice I'm using less adhesive than if I was using snail because this stuff really sticks well. Okay. The little pieces here of designer series paper are approximately, I should say, 1 3/4. Again, because I want some of that cinnamon showing through. I'm doing this first so that I don't lose any of my pieces, because you know me, on Friday mornings I lose things. Actually, I lose things all the time. And you could try to line it up with this piece if you want, but actually it kind of lines up on its own. Okay, let's get that down there. Okay, so there's the base card. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is take these little pieces and I'm going to stamp. There's some, let me bring this piece of paper in because I got some glue on there. Okay, so I'm going to use, now remember I did the chess set here, but I'm going to do the cards instead. Now I want it to look more like an antique card, so I'm going to use my Early Espresso. I'm going to stamp the cards in Early Espresso. I'm going to grab my dice. And, whoop, don't worry about that. That's your base. And I'm going to ink that up. Now, I am going to bring in my Big Shot with that textured embossing folder, because I can do these all at one time. So let me bring that in. Yes, I love the tape, Linda. Once you learn how to use it, again, slow and easy, light touch, I absolutely love it. If you saw the first time I used it on my YouTube channel, it was a disaster because I didn't really read all the directions. Okay, so I am taking that textured folder, and I'm putting all 3 of these in at the same time. Hopefully you all did see that the new embossing machine is coming out for customers in August. I can't wait. Okay, and I'm just running that through. You can see my Big Shot is very old because that base plate has those little tabs on it. Okay. And I'm going to open this up. And you see now, those pieces have some texture to it. The first one I didn't. But I love the texture on it. Okay. So there's my 3 pieces. I'm going to go ahead. Whoop. If it stops rolling, just push it a bit with your finger. And it's fine. This is very vanilla. And this piece, the larger piece, is 3 by 3 1/4. I'm going to line that up and layer that right there. Okay. And then the 2 smaller pieces are 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. So just a tad, that's my math, just a tad smaller than your designer series paper, because you want a little of that designer series paper to show through. Okay. So now we're going to set that aside for a minute. I'm going to bring in this piece, and I am going to stamp those cards again twice. Again, I'm using the Espresso. And then I'm going to grab my paper snips, and I am just going to fussy cut this. I like to leave a little bit of edge, but if you don't, you can get as close to the edge as you want. I was going to cut these out ahead of time, but I went to my mom's last night. So nice to see family again. Again, get out there, enjoy the weather if it's warm where you are, if it's okay and safe to go out wherever you are, but please follow the protocols. I know it's been a blast doing all these videos and hanging out with you online, but we need to get out a little bit. Just be safe. Okay, so I'm just trimming that. I've done this 3D the 3D images before, and if you look back on some of my videos early on, I'm sure you'll find the one that I did. I'm not sure where it is right now, but so I'm just cutting these. Okay. All right, so I have 2 more of these. I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, and I use our cases to store everything, and I usually label them. They're just so great to store things. I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, and I'm going to add some dimensionals on here. Don't forget about the giveaways. Also, this weekend special I have going on top of that bag giveaway. Any order that you place this weekend, actually that started yesterday too, I will send you a free mystery gift. Okay, so here's the image that we made for our shadow, more or less. And then you can do one of 2 things. You can layer that right on top, or you can just a tad move it down. So you see how you got a little bit of a shadowing there? And you're going to do the same thing with the next one. Now, it's not too high that you can't mail it. It might cost another little few cents because it's a little thicker, but I don't think so. This is one of my favorite cards to do, the 3D. It just looks so awesome. And I will be putting still shots up. Okay, and I'm just going to layer that right on there. So now you have a 3D effect. And in person, it looks so cool. Oh, you like the paper share? Yes. Thank you all for joining the paper share. And those of you who are doing my June Sweet and Simple class, Sweet and Simply class, that'll be going in the mail tomorrow. Okay. So now I'm going to bring in some pieces that I had left over, because you know we like to keep our pieces, our scrap pieces, and they always come in handy. Believe it or not, sometimes I have to throw them out because I have too many. I'm just going to make 2 of these. Remember, I stamped once and then made 2 levels here. I'm just going to do 1 of each there. Okay. Yeah, the World of Good DSP is great for, I mean, you can use it for that sweet, but of course you can use it for a lot of things. All our designer series papers are really, every year I say they can't outdo themselves, and every year they seem to. Okay, so we're just going to do this and this. Hopefully you watched the video I shared from my YouTube live with the well done. If you didn't, go back and watch that. It's really cool. I did the Impossible card, and I also did a shaker card. So for those of you who have never seen those, or even if you have, absolutely love that set too. Okay, and all we're going to do, that's why I wasn't worried about that, is we're just bumping that up 1 time with dimensionals. There's my other one. I almost thought I lost it. Okay. Okay, here we go. And there's our card, our base card, 3-dimensional. And then I'm going to bring in 2 strips, and the strips that I have, okay, this is 3 1/4, yeah, a 3 1/4 by 3, and this is just a smidge smaller. Okay, and we're going to use, let's see, does this one fit? Yep. It's Your Day, roll with it. I'm going to stamp that right here. And then I am going to just put a little, see, I want to call it snail, a little seal on that. And I'm just layering that just so you can see a little bit of the cinnamon back there. Again, I'm going to bring in my dimensionals. Now, let me show you. I always like to use these edges, especially with a sentiment that's long. These side pieces are perfect for that, so don't throw them out. Put that in there. Just put it up there a little bit underneath the first layer, maybe. If you can slide it under there. There we go. I'm going to put that right there. And before I start the inside, I'm going to bring out, also from the World of Good, these little doodads. Great little doodads. The corner doodads. I love them. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little Tombow for this. I'm sure the Stampin' Seal Plus would work on this, but it's so much easier using the Tombow because you can just dot it. The trick is picking these things up with fingernails. Okay, you're going to get some glue on your hands, but now I like to put it in the corner, but also leave a little of the Very Vanilla so you can see it. If you don't, you can push it all the way up. Just let that set for a minute. I'm going to bring in my card base. And this says it's your day. Roll with it. Hope your day is all fun and games. This is where I'm using the Happy Birthday from the Zany Zebras. I try to pick something font that, you know, complements each other. I think that one does. And then, of course, I'm going to bring back in my dice. All right, I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to go gentle with it because I don't think those are dry yet. They're on back order. Well, back order is better than not available. If something says back ordered when you go to order it and then it says, do you want to continue? Yes, you want to continue. Okay, and what will happen is they will send it when it comes back in stock. If you don't do that, then you're going to be at the bottom of the list. Okay, so always go ahead and hit continue when you're ordering. It always gives you a date too, an approximate date. There we go. And there we have the 3D Dutch door. What'd you think? I love this set. I wish I knew more people to give it out to. Okay. Another thing I want to show you is our new, and I'll put still shots on the website. Okay. So we have these great new boxes. And, of course, you've seen our other boxes, our little square white boxes. These are called small pizza boxes. Now, I already put this one together. And, I mean, you just follow the perforated lines there, okay, to put this together. But I was looking at it, and I thought, that's perfect to go with a card like this or like this. You know where I'm going with this, right? So I'll send this to my brother too. Here we see. Yeah, I mean, Stacy, I didn't have to rethink the stamp set. I knew I was buying it just to give to my brother. But look at this. Guess what fits in there perfect? 2 sets of playing cards. Okay, so I thought, okay, cool. All right, so let me show you what I'm going to do with this, and I haven't done it yet. I cut these. Let's close up this brown ink. Okay. I cut 2 pieces of cardstock, and I will tell you the size of this is a 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. And here's what I thought. Okay, this is the bottom. I'm going to bring in some red ribbon. I'm not really measuring it, but I always cut myself more than I need, but that's okay. Red ribbon. All right. So I figured, let me play around with this little box. So this is, oh, that did go pretty good. It's shiny. Okay, so I wasn't sure if this Stampin' Seal would work. Okay. And I'm just going to lay that down for a minute. Okay. I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus just so I can show you that. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera in. So the Stampin' Seal works the same way. You want to drag it. But I don't know if you could see the little lines in it. Whoop, there we go. There's little lines in it. So when you Can you see that? There we go. So when you stop it, it stops right at one of those lines. This is something I would use. Maybe, you know, here I'm using it because this ribbon, I want to have it stay right in place. And I'm going to lay that right on top. What I can tell you is, let me bring it down. Sorry. Am I making you dizzy? Okay. Anything that's going to be opened a lot or moved around a lot, you want to use this. The Stampin' Seal Plus. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue that down right there. Now on top, I'll use it again just because we can. Same thing, light touch. I do the check mark, but you don't have to. It says you don't have to, and I'm used to doing that with my fast fuse. So when it slides, if you press too hard like I just did, okay, you got to start it again. You also have to be careful the way you're holding it. Hold it this way, not this way. Does that make sense? It's very hard to show you on camera. Okay. Now I'm going to layer this piece right on top of here. Okay. I'm going to bring in another piece. This is the white, a piece of white. And this piece is 5 by 3 1/4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my red ink. Oh, Win-Ann, you're late. Now you have to go back out and start again. Good morning, Win-Ann. Okay. I need to clean my stamp, which is over here. Okay. And also the dice. And I think I want to roll with it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now that I know what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my cards. And put that towards the top. I'm going to bring in my dice. Put that right there. It's your day, roll with it. Quick, easy project. A little crooked, but my brother won't know. I'm sure by the time he gets this, he'll have a couple of drinks for his birthday anyway. Okay. Quick, easy project. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to just put that on top here. I'm going to put my playing cards. Remember, 2 sets fit in here perfect. And you can put some, what is it, the tissue paper in there if you want. That piece back here holds your ribbon in place. Then I'm going to grab one of those little doodads, the sliders. Now this is a little wider than the ribbon that goes with it, but that's okay. And you can see I got a lot of ribbon here, which I probably didn't need, but I saved the other pieces. I'll use them for something. Okay, I want that. I want it the other way. Okay, so I'm going to put it in this way. And for this, take your pick tool, push it through. Works like a charm. Right about there. Do the same thing with this. Where did I get those cards? I got them at the Dollar Tree, Jean. They're right up by the front register. Yep. And the other thing you could do is actually get a box of cards, open them, and lay the cards out. I was going to do that, but I ran out of time. So, you know what I'm saying? Open a box of cards and lay cards out and use them as your card. How cool is that, right? Maybe I'll do that and show it to you later. Okay, so I got my little piece there. What I like to do is, and this will work, I'm going to use the stamp, the Seal Plus here. I'm just going to put a little Seal Plus here. And I'm going to glue those edges together. If you have any extra, just take your pick tool and get it off. Does that make sense? Because you don't want it sticking to the card front. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this off. Okay. And then this side is just going to belt it right through. I never send my brother birthday gifts anymore, but he lives down in Myrtle Beach. I think he'll be excited to get this. Okay, you don't want to pull it too tight because it is, you know, glued. And I'm just going to slide that through here. Remember, these are the new Paper Pumpkin boxes, mini Paper Pumpkin boxes. And again, if you got nails and you can't get it through, you should take your pick tool, pull it through. There we go. And now you have a cute little buckle. You're not going to do it too tight. There we go. Maybe just a little bit tighter than that. There we go. And you have a cute little box with cards for anyone. Anyone would love this gift. So let's see what time it is. I got a couple of minutes here, so let me show you what I was talking about. Okay, so let's open this box up. He'll never know. Oh, yes, he will, because it's sealed. Oh, well. All right, let me open this box up for a second. I'm going to show you what I meant. And I'd love to see it if you use this idea. Show me your card. Okay, so here's the cards, right? Oh, what the heck? Maybe I'll just do one. Okay. Okay, so there's 4. We need 5. Let me get, oh, yeah. I don't have a 4 in there, though. Let's see where the 4 is. There's the 4. Okay, so let's do this. Because you only need 5 cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just go with that. Let me bring in a piece of white. Do I have a red here? Let's see. I'm just playing. Let me grab a red if I have it. No red? Alright, well, I'm going to use Poppy. That's close enough. Only because I didn't have reds over here. Because I wasn't really planning on doing this. Okay. How about layering that? Actually, the Poppy is better. Might not be able to get them. Oh, I know. We'll turn it this way. How about that? There you go. Okay, and then you can put the little lucky me because I have you right here. How about that? That's what I was talking about, doing a card like that. I'm not going to do it because I need to put these back in the box. I don't think he'll be able to play cards without all of them. So we'll just put these back in the box. He'll never know. And we'll put them right back in here. And tie this back up. And always, I always cut my ribbon on a slant there, especially with a slider because it's easier to get it through. But again, if you're having a hard time, just use your pick tool to help push that ribbon through. It really does work great. Okay. All right, so there we go. There's our box with our playing cards. Matching card to go with that. Now you need that stamp set, right? Okay. This one is the 3D, the antique effect. Here's the other 3D one with the chess. See, I could give my husband that. He used to like to play chess. Chess. And there's the other one. And I will have still shots. And then here was my Simply Stamped card. So I hope you enjoyed today's segment. And I hope you enjoyed the Dutch Door 3D project. I will put all the dimensions on shortly. Okay, so it'll be in the description. Please don't forget to share my videos. Also, if you're not following me on YouTube, follow me on YouTube. And I'll be on Monday night at 7 p.m. I do send over the video to Facebook, but it's not live. And I do the same thing like when I put it over on YouTube. So follow me on either place or follow me on both. I'm also on Pinterest and Instagram. Rose Ward, StampersDelight.com. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, everyone have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy. I'll be back here Friday morning, and I hope to see you Monday night. Bye. Keep on stamping, Stampers.